Alright guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the product that was sent to me to give it a test run. And it is the mini electric chainsaw made by Saker. Pointing right down there. And we're going to open this box and see how she's going to do when we put her to the test. I mean, you get all the standard stuff. It has a 4-inch blade. That's the blade compared to my hand. Just like that. It comes with a battery, just like a cordless drill, same thing. You just lock it in the back. It has a double safety. You have to push this button in and pull the trigger. She's good to go. Also with that, you get your standard cord charger. Plugs right into the top of the battery. You get a screwdriver for adjustments, and you get a wrench that will tighten up the chain. And here's a little bit of I imagine just chain oil that doesn't have an oil injection system. It just has, you just run it across the chain and it acts as a lubricant. So right out of the box, this thing is very light and portable. Give you a little better angle. And it's definitely a one-handed saw. Looks to me like it's more of a pruning saw than, I really think that chainsaw is not the right word. Pruning saw is the perfect word. I wouldn't be cutting no 4 or 5 inch logs with this thing here, even though it has a 4-inch blade. It looks to me like a 1 or a 2-inch limb would be the perfect size for this to hand up and slice up. So we're going to give it a little test. I'm a big advocate of climbing tree stands, and I got this tree right here. It's in a perfect spot on where I want to be, but I don't feel like cutting all those limbs off by hand. So I'm going to go up a little bit. We'll put it to the test. And it's this pine tree. It's not the hardest wood in the woods, but it's a dried up. Those limbs are not very soft. And this is the location. It comes right down through this hollow, so it's a great spot for a climber. You get up there about 15 feet, but I'm going to I'll trim about 6 or 7 of these limbs right off just to give you a demonstration on how this saw acts, and we'll go from there. Alright, I'll strap on the chest camera so you can get a better angle on what I'm doing. Okay, so I always recommend a good pair of gloves, and as always, if you're working with any kind of safety glasses are a must. So let's take a look at this limb. Start buzzing these. We'll start with these little ones first. Work our way around the tree. That was a pretty good job. This thing's pretty darn sharp, I'll tell you that. This limb here is about 1.5 inches thick. Two of them right in a row. We'll see if we can reach up a little bit. I can give you a good angle. I don't know with this camera here. Here we go. That thing's gone. Well, it certainly does the job on these dried old pine. Awesome. This thing does a great job. Clean that top of that, clean that tree right off. I could work my way all the way up without my arms falling off. And over here we got a dead limb. Now this is about, it's about 3 inches thick. Let's give her a shot here. Cut it right off. Do one more time. I'll tell you what, this little blade's got a pretty good bite to her. There's a couple more limbs over here. I'll take these babies right off too. Get some shooting lanes. Handling it. This is a 2-inch limb right here. Right through, no problem. Pretty awesome little saw, I'll tell you that. For pruning, it's awesome. For cutting shooting lanes, it's pretty open around here, so I don't have to worry about here in this situation. But you know, where the big bucks live, you need to cut shooting lanes, and this is certainly portable and a lot easier than carrying pruners or a big chainsaw. All right, we're going to head over to my other spot where I'm always building a ground blind. We'll do some upkeep on that. We'll see how she does. Right, trying to get to my ground blind. Here's a funky tree. It's in my way, blocking my path. We're going to take it out. Not that the saw won't cut it, I'm just taking my time because I don't want it to spring back on me like a mouse trap. There we go. Done. And I could probably use a couple of these limbs right here. Cleared that path. Right down here is the back of the ground blind. This is always a great location for me, but as you can see, the woods is wide open, but the ground blind itself needs a little sprucing up, and this saw right here is the ideal tool. I could just walk around one-handed and buzz stuff off that's dead or cut up and just make a big old pile. Ideal for ground blind building in the woods instead of the pop-up. You don't have one. Got this dead tree right here, you just take this right off. It does a great job, it really does. I don't really cut no live trees, so I'm just looking for dead ones. This is a fibrous vine. It's always good at killing trees, so we're going to cut that. It's full of water. It's binding up on it. That's it. That's a 3-inch vine. Blew right through it. Goodbye. Very sharp blade. Very sharp blade. He's gonna swat me right in the face. Just binding up a little bit because it's a little fibrous. Cut some of these. Awesome little saw for pruning. Perfect for pruning. All right. That's going to be it for the demonstration. I'm going to head back to the house and I'll give you my final thoughts on this saw. While I'm out here with this saw, I might as well clean up these branches that swat me in the face when I'm mowing. This is a hickory tree. Perfect. Couple more over here. Another hickory tree, but these are very small, but they're perfect. This thing is the perfect pruner right here. It's exactly what it was intended for. Look at that. Awesome. Alright guys, so my thoughts on this saw is it's pretty handy for in the woods instead of hauling around a chainsaw, but this thing will not do what a chainsaw does. It is a pruning saw. It is great for cutting shooting lanes with permission and trimming branches as you go up a tree if you're a fan of climbers like I am. One thing I do recommend is this saw will bite you because it is so light and easy to handle. If this blade touches your other hand, you know, you got to try to avoid any kind of contact with that blade, only because it's just so lightweight, and if it does bounce around, you have to use caution when you use this saw. But as far as longevity, I don't know. If you don't abuse it, I guess just like any other tool, it's going to hold up for you. It seems to be nice and solid. Nothing's loosening up. I did put it through the paces more than what you saw in the video, but and it's very sharp blade. It did loosen up a little bit, but that's no big deal. They give you the tools to tighten the chain up, and it looks like you would probably need a really fine round file to touch that blade up every once in a while, which I do recommend after each use. Just like your chainsaw, maintenance is always important. But other than that, the Saker mini chainsaw seems to be holding up in my eyes. Now they do make a 6-inch blade, which I would love to try, because I think that would get you a little bit bigger log. You'd probably be able to move up to a 4-inch, maybe even a 5-inch log with that blade. I think it's still 20 volts, but this saw here has plenty of power for a 4-inch blade, so I'm sure that the 6-inch would be pretty awesome too. But that's going to be it, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you like these videos, let me know, and I'll continue to do the reviews. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.